Hi, this is Dave with DRH Acrylic Creations. Thanks for being here again today. We are going to be doing another minimal swipe with a background using the pick again. And I'm experimenting with this, trying to get a background that creates interest but gets out of the way when I need it to be. So that's what the pick is all about. The transfer swipe for me is getting better, but I needed to really work on it some more. So you'll have to be patient with me because I'm probably going to do it quite a few times in the near future. So color palette for tonight is going to be Payne's Gray by Amsterdam, Hammerhead by This Little Piggy, Interference Gold by Golden, Blue Black by Atelier Interactive, Waterfall by This Little Piggy, Lakeside by This Little Piggy, and Southern Ocean Blue by Matisse. So Southern Ocean Blue is a beautiful color. Jessica Winterstrom pointed out the other day that it's not the easiest color to get a hold of here in the States. Australia, I would imagine, is fairly easy because it's made in Australia. But it's a color you can't really explain until you've seen it and worked with it live. It's well worth the price of admission. I think it's like $25 a tube. It's not a big tube, like 5 ounces. So, but it goes a long way. I've had mine now for well over a year. Love it. Use it pretty frequently. So if you're going to invest in it, it's okay because it does last a long time. So without any real further ado, I'd invite you to, number 1, subscribe, 2, ring that bell for notifications of videos that I'll put out, and 3, please come back again soon. Hold on to the end so you can see what the final product looks like. It's actually a very interesting piece, I have to say. Continue to work on that swipe, and I think it's going to be right there. So hang on, let's go. Okay, first thing down is going to be PPG Multi Pro, and this is a product that I get at Home Depot. As I've said in the past, it is my go-to for pillow paints. I'm a little off-center there, but I can fix that. I'm going to sit over on the site. There's going to be a little tiny swath of Payne's Gray, and that's going to be my dipping pool for my pick. And it's just a hair pick I got off Amazon. I'm hoping that the tines were far enough apart. I think they are. It creates a texture, and that's all I'm looking for with this. Is give me something in the background that is interesting, but doesn't sit in your face. So I'm going to do 2 swipes this direction, and in order to give myself something a little bit more complex, I decided, well, let's come back in and I'll do one in the other direction. First one went pretty well. It swiped through the color lines very nicely. At one point, it actually created a very interesting effect. The second one, it's good, but it's not as nice as that first one was. This is Payne's Gray is by Amsterdam. Okay, I'm gonna pick up I'm gonna add some pillow to this. I'm gonna do a bloom on this. So I'll introduce the colors as it comes along. Again, this is a little bit more Payne's Gray. Whatever you put on the bottom of a balloon is gonna be the most predominant color. This is Hammerhead by This Little Piggy. Now I gotta tell you, this is becoming one of my favorites. This is Blue Black by Atelier Interactive, and Waterfall by This Little Piggy. This is Lakeside, also by This Little Piggy. Southern Ocean Blue, and I explained about this in the intro. Interference Gold by Golden. I'm going to go with my cell activators here. This is Lamp Black by Amsterdam, and it is mixed with 3 parts of Australian Floetrol. This is Titanium White by Amsterdam, mixed exactly the same way. picked up my straw. I'm going to blow straight down, get my petal to expand, and then blow it out so that I can have my petals there. This isn't a great blow here. It's I have way too much of the cell activator in the middle, but I'll fix that. It's always my hope to get a nice set of cells when I get ready to swipe. Then I have something to work with. This isn't horrible, but it's also not exactly what I'd like to see for this technique. If you're interested at all in learning how I mix my paints, my pigments, or anything else you see me do on my channel, I do have a set of videos that I put together that I call the 101 series, and it explains everything I do. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. There's a link right up on the top. Okay, I picked up the paint, and I'm just going to transfer it over to the canvas. The color variation, although it looks really monochromatic here, there are some beautiful variations and shimmer that is involved with this. So I am not unhappy at all with the color on this. I could use some more cells, and I thought of going over the top of this and doing a swipe of cell activator. I might do that in the future to see if I can get a little bit more of the cells. But there's nothing wrong with what came through here. I'm just scooping and dragging, and I'm pulling the paint to where I want to see it, and creating the interest that I was hoping for. I'm just going to play with this just a bit more. One of the things that's nice about this technique, you get to control where the paint is. In a lot of fluid art techniques, you don't have that level of control. But it is fluid paint, and it's going to go where it's going to go to, and you have an idea in your head what you want to see, and then when it comes down to the reality, the paint can get bossy and tell you what it wants to do. And you know, quite honestly, it's collaboration. So I work with my hands. You can see those lines really do create a sense of depth. I'm slowly stretching. I don't want anything to happen quickly here. Okay, it's about time to spin and start getting the paint off the canvas. I add a little bit of pillow paint there, and so whatever paint you put on the canvas, you've got to spin off. It's important to have enough so that what you have on the canvas that you want to keep, you can. But the other side of that is everything you have in the middle is going to stretch out, it's going to expand. So if you end up with a composition you really like, and there's too much paint, too much pillow usually, it's going to change. And the expansion is not a bad thing. You actually want to see that expansion because it opens up cells and it opens up the color layers underneath. So it's an important thing. it's a control factor. I personally want to have control of what comes out and where. That spin looks a little fast, but once I started spinning, I sped this up just a little bit, so it wasn't as fast as that. So, as you can tell, as we spin and spin and spin, I probably could have cut that part out, but it's sometimes important to see the entire process. What I'm doing there is I'm checking for depth of paint. I want to see how much paint is there, and usually I want it under 1/8 of an inch. I think we're about done. I'm not too unhappy with this, so let's take you down for the flyover. I want to notice the marbleized look of this and the interplay of the different blues. Thank you for being here today. If you'd like to help, leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It's absolutely free and it really does help. Thanks again for being here. Hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye now.